So welcome back, this is lesson 2. If you're watching this video then you are totally happy that you've got your right hand sorted out. So you might guess in this lesson we're going to have a look at some left hand stuff and combine it with the right hand. Now we're still in G tuning, which is also known as standard tuning, so G, D, G, B, D. Make sure your banjo's in tune before we start. And what we're going to do is we're going to start out by learning a G major scale. When you're using your left hand, try to play on the tips of your fingers. It might hurt to begin with, but you'll develop some thicker calluses on those fingers and it won't be a problem anymore. Make sure you play right behind the fret, or in fact pretty much on it. You certainly shouldn't see any fretboard between the fret and the finger. It wants to be really nice and close there. You'll minimise any chance of buzzing that way. When we're playing in this tuning, we'll play most of the time in first position. What that means is your first finger will take notes that are on the first fret, second finger will take notes that are on the second fret, third finger will take third fret, fourth will take fourth fret, and so on. So, learning this G scale then. So I went up one octave there, so G up to the next G, then back down, and then I played a little bit further down, just to the bottom end of the banjo, just so that we found all those notes. You'll notice quite early on I actually had to shift up into second position. Now second position, you might guess, is where your first finger takes notes on the second fret and the others follow on from there. That enables us to reach up to that fifth fret nice and easily. To shift positions, look for open notes. Where you can do that. So we're going to start here with open G, second fret A, open B, first fret C, open D. Now this is what we're going to use to shift. Then second fret with your first finger, E, fourth fret F sharp, fifth fret G. Then we're going to play the G again and come back down. Again, we're going to shift on that D. And then we're going to strike the G again. We're going to go G, F sharp, E, D, and then back up, E, F sharp, G. So we end on the G and it feels nice and satisfying to do that. So let's try playing that together with the metronome. I've got it set at 60 again, we're playing at 30. So we're going to go 2, that sort of speed. So 3 and 4 and. Shift it up here. Shift down. G again. Carry on down. And that's that. So when you do that the first time, don't worry too much about the right hand, just you're focusing on the left hand. And once that left hand feels comfortable, then you might want to start adding in the right hand. The first thing you want to do is, with that metronome going, make sure that the hand is moving properly. So when you're on that first click, you're going down, and on the second click, you're moving up. So down, up, down, up, down. And you'll see my thumb is resting on that fifth string each time. Then once you're happy with that, you might want to try this second exercise where you actually start to add in the clawhammer rhythm with that scale exercise. So 3 and 4, and da, ga, da. So every other one, I'm getting the 5th string to sound. And that's that. Again, build that up in speed, so take it very slowly at first and then build it up to maybe around 40 beats or 80 if you've got your metronome doubled again. Now, as well as getting used to using your left hand, the purpose of this lesson is also to start getting your head around standard tuning, or G tuning. Now this tuning can also be used for playing, as well as G tunes, can be used for playing plenty of A tunes, all the happy sounding A tunes. Either by putting a capo on the 2nd fret, and if you've got some kind of a hook or a capoing system for your 5th string, you'll do that as well. Or if you're like me and you haven't got that and you just prefer to tune up anyway, you can tune the whole banjo up a tone to A, in which case it will be tuned A, E, A, C sharp, B, and then you've got access to all those A tunes. When you're playing on your own, of course, it really doesn't matter. You can play all those A tunes in G, or you can play all the G tunes in A. You don't need to keep retuning your banjo. It's only when you start to play with other people that you'll need to be in the right key. So it'd be quite useful to learn a few chord shapes. So G is really nice and easy. It's just open. G. Now if you're in A, that's your open A chord. C. It's like that. So 2nd fret, open, 1st fret, 2nd fret. Now that might be quite a stretch to counter that when you're just starting out. A way to practice that though is to set your metronome going and just practice changing between the chords. So open G, 2, 3, 4, open G, and then C, 2, 3, 4. And you can take all that time in that gap to kind of get your fingers in position, just try and aim to strike it at the right time. And then you can gradually increase the speed or try and get it on sooner beat, sooner clicks. So rather than counting 4, 1, 2, 3, 1. So you're doing 3 instead, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, until you get really used to that change. If you find that really difficult, though, leave off your 3rd finger. It's a C add 9 chord then, or D add 9 if you're in A, and it will work. It's not going to sound as C-ish, but it will work. The next chord we're going to learn is a D7. I'm going to do D7 because of the position within the scale that chord is. It's okay to add that flat 7 onto it, and it just makes a nicer sounding chord for most of the time here. So we're going to do D, and then A, which is 2nd fret, just turn that metronome off, and then C, 1st fret, and then open again. So you've got G, C, D. Now the 5th string doesn't really work with that one, but we don't worry about that too much. We just allow it to be there sometimes if we need to. So then with your metronome, try this chord sequence. So you got a bar of G, a bar of C, a bar of G, a bar of D7, and then again a bar of G, a bar of C, half a bar of G, half a bar of D7, and back to G. That's a really standard chord progression that you'll counter. So we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So That time around I was just using my thumb because I'm focusing on the left hand. Once you're happy in the left hand, then try and do it with the back of your nail. This is getting used to doing something that's called a brush, which is basically where rather than play one string with that back of your nail, you play several strings. It can be any combination of 4 all the way up to just 2, but they're consecutive strings. And so this time we're going to play with the back of your nail, still having that thumb come to rest. We're not going to let it make a sound particularly, but we're going to let it come to rest. Now, I was talking earlier about having these preset distances. So you've got your small one, your next biggest, and your big one. When you're doing a brush, obviously, your thumb's still going to rest, but it's going to allow that hand to just drop away from it. So you're going to have to ignore those presets that I was talking about. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Lifting up your arm in between, on the click in between D7, G, C, there we go. So I hope you've enjoyed these past couple of lessons. In the next one we're actually going to learn a tune, so that'll be fun. This is of course a free lesson series. However, if you'd like to show your support by sending a tip, or there's the accompanying book that you can buy below in the description, that would be really appreciated. Otherwise, please do comment and share these videos with your friends. Get as many people as possible learning the banjo. Alright, see you next time.